Congratulations all round. I know that this success is built on teamwork and your commitment to quality is second to none.
Intel Ireland keeps growing.
Et clique et je vous envoie une copie sur laquelle vous pouvez même travailler.
D'accord.
ProShare is the talk of France.
Analysts are betting Intel will call the new chip Pentium 2 or maybe Pentium, the next generation.
And Intel opens the kimono on the P6. All this and more on this edition of In Review.
Hello, and welcome to this edition of In Review. I'm Kathy Wood.
And I'm John Raftery. In this quarter, Intel gave the world the first major details of its next-generation processor, the P6, and sent working samples to its OEMs.
The products based on this technology will not be available until later in the year. But nevertheless, we wanted to give everybody a glimpse into the generation that will succeed the Pentium. And in fact, it's delivered in 5.5 million transistors and runs about twice as fast as today's Pentium processor. The processor is unique in that it will incorporate two die, both a CPU and some specialized high-speed on-chip memory in a single package.
The P6 will achieve record performance using a unique combination of technologies known as dynamic execution.
Intel also announced its 120 megahertz Pentium processor, the first volume chip to be built using 0.35 micron process technology. This new technology will allow the Pentium processor die to shrink to half its current size, which means higher performance, higher reliability, and lower cost.
Intel also introduced the newest member of its PCI chipset family, called Triton. This four-component Pentium processor chipset runs Windows applications benchmarks up to 30% faster and will help fuel new levels of performance in multimedia, video conferencing, and other PC applications.
Look inside today's PCs. You'll find something pretty amazing. The Intel Pentium processor. It gives PC software more life, more action, more energy. So if you want your PC software to really move, make sure your PC has the Intel Pentium processor.
Intel recently unveiled a new worldwide website on the internet. This online service offers information for corporate and home computer users on a grand scale. Here's Intel's Nancy Pressel with the progress report.
I'm here today with Bruce Schechter, CMG's online marketing manager. Today, Bruce is going to take us on a tour of the World Wide Web.
Well, let's start with a look at our World Wide Web homepage. The information available at Intel's website represents contributions from all over Intel, including IPG, IAL, SPG, and CMG.
The effort encompasses the World Wide Web, America Online, and CompuServe. But the web is where the excitement lies.
We see explosive growth in the use of the World Wide Web, and it offers a rich human interface.
In February, Intel's new homepage went online, and the number of accesses has been skyrocketing ever since. The website is organized in a way to make it easy for people to find their way around.
We've organized all of the information at our website according to the customer's viewpoint.
Recently, the Intel annual report was posted on the web. Intel has also been supporting forums on CompuServe since 1987, and on America Online, Intel hosts live chats featuring industry executives. And what does all this mean to Intel?
All this goes to show that the PC really is it.
Because of Intel's online activities, communications with our customers will never be the same. This is Nancy Pressel reporting.
Intel took part in the IT forum held recently in Paris. The forum, which attracted 72,000 information technology decision makers from around the continent, featured the launch of Intel's ProShare video conferencing products in France.
Regardez la diapositive suivante.
Oui,
Les matériaux intérieurs, vous les avez?
oui, je vois donc les motifs des sièges. Oui, ça me paraît tout à fait correct.
Les couleurs?
Oui, oui, tout à fait.
Intel's demonstrations included ProShare connections to other stands at the show, as well as Intel offices in Swindon, England.
Intel's Scalable Systems division is preparing to ship its first supercomputer to the People's Republic of China. The Paragon system, rated at 5 gigaflops, will be the most powerful system in China. The Paragon supercomputer will be used for seismic data processing of the Daqing oil field, which accounts for nearly 40% of the country's total oil output. According to SSD's Anant Das, this sale was of strategic importance to Intel.
In China and the Far East, Intel is not recognized only as a microprocessor company, but more as a technology company. And with the sale of items like Paragon, which is very high visibility sales, is only going to help our branded product strategy.
Intel President Andy Grove recently received a very special honor. He was the first recipient of the Heinz Award for Technology and the Economy.
On January 26, 1995, the magnificent Statuary Hall in the U.S. Capitol Building in Washington provided the perfect setting for announcing the winners of the first annual Heinz Awards. The Heinz Awards recognize significant and sustained contributions in 5 categories: arts and humanities, the environment, the human condition, public policy, and technology and the economy.
And another honor for Chairman Gordon Moore, who is the first non-Japanese industry leader to be featured in a major profile in one of Japan's premier newspapers. The month-long series ran in Nihon Keizai Shimbun, Japan's equivalent of the Wall Street Journal.
Continued growth in Ireland, as Intel's newest facilities were officially opened by Ireland's Minister for Enterprise and Employment. In the past 6 months, Intel Ireland has completed a systems factory, added 5 board lines, and recruited 500 new employees, while increasing volume by more than 60%. Intel Ireland also has been busy in the community, recently funding a sophisticated new engineering laboratory at the University of Limerick. The laboratory contains 30 Pentium processor-based PCs, supported by 3 Pentium-based file servers. Intel Ireland's General Manager Frank McCabe presided over the official opening of the new lab.
This is Ron Montana with a report on a dedicated employee here in Santa Clara who enjoys his days off by going back to school. Martin Jeffries, a manufacturing technician at Intel's D2 facility in Santa Clara, works a compressed work week, which gives him Fridays off. His schedule allows him to volunteer in the classroom at Rolling Hills Middle School in nearby Los Gatos.
Well, I deliver the Journey Inside computer program that was developed by Intel. The reason for that was that most of the computer classes that I've seen aren't absolutely up to date. They don't explain the new microprocessors, things of that nature. It's been fun preparing the class and actually participating with the teacher, Ms. Castillo.
Michelle Castillo, a 5th grade teacher at Rolling Hills, has high praise for the classwork and Martin's involvement.
You know, it's real neat for the kids to see a parent who wants to be in school. Mr. Jeffries has them up and acting like the different elements of a computer so they can really see what happens. They can see a message move from one part to another part, and they never knew the parts were there or what the messages meant before. He's a part of our Friday classroom by now. The kids look forward to seeing him.
I like working in the elementary school and middle schools because it's so completely different from what I do here. It's almost therapeutic.
Martin's volunteer work in his son's classroom was enhanced by Intel's program, The Journey Inside. It's obvious that both the students and Martin are enjoying the experience. In Santa Clara, this is Ron Montana.
There was good news when Fortune magazine rated the corporate reputations of nearly 400 U.S. companies. Intel was selected as the 6th most admired company in the country, Judging criteria included quality of management, innovativeness, and the ability to attract, develop, and keep talented people. And an article in Business Week magazine listed Intel as the 15th highest valued company in the U.S.
Now we'll take you to Phoenix, Arizona for a new way to look at the Intel Inside logo. The Intel Inside logo was seen racing by the grandstands at the Phoenix 500 Air Races held in Arizona recently. This event, sponsored by Incredible Universe, drew nearly 200,000 spectators who came to see dozens of highly modified classic fighter aircraft battle it out at full throttle. The Intel Inside logo was featured on 2 of the race planes. Inside the Incredible Universe demo tent, Intel demonstrated the power of the Pentium processor by inviting attendees to climb into a virtual P-51 to fly realistic combat missions. Combat flight simulations are widely regarded as some of the most processor and graphics intensive applications on the market today. Incredible Universe featured the Pentium processor in custom demo days events leading up to the air races.
That's our show for today. Thanks for being with us.
We'll see you next time on In Review.
And who knows, maybe by then we'll know the name of the P6.
I don't know, John. What do you think?
Maybe we'll name it Andy.
But what if it's a girl?
Oh, I think it's going to be twins.